All right, here we go. We got your pick a card for Gemini season. So let's go ahead and take some time and choose from any of these beautiful orbs. If you chose the Cinnabar, here is your message for Gemini season. So let's go ahead and begin. Oh, all right. Oh, I've seen this before. So we got heart transmission. So this one's all about love, inner peace, wisdom, intuition. I feel a lot of Cancerian energy surrounding this, as well as Piscean energy. So a lot of watery, emotional energy, but also high levels of unconditional love. So this is kind of like a reminder that it could be that you might be having some challenges right now in a romantic relationship, or possibly you are single and you're trying to manifest your perfect partner. It could also be that you are feeling a need to express yourself emotionally in a loving way with your current partnership, current relationships with family members, things like that. Or your mission, your soul mission here is to spread love, okay, and be the embodiment of that love for others, okay? So you are kind of like the light shining in the darkness when I see this here, okay? So let's go ahead and get another card. Let's see what we get. Ooh, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. Perfect, because I did kind of like tap into that Cancerian energy. So this is definitely a Cancerian energy. It could be you, it could be a loved one, it could be your partner, it could be your future partner, whatever it is. There is a merger of this divine feminine energy going into your life soon, and more than likely sparking that love, that very divine feminine energy of creation soon, especially in Gemini season. Gemini season is moving in from spring to summer. So it's kind of like that beautiful transition from the end of spring going into summer. So it could be a summer fling, but I'm seeing no, it's not a summer fling. It's more like a real life romantic partner that is going to be here to create a life together with you. Okay, so this is what it is. It's someone coming in, or someone that you already have in your life, depending if you're single or if you're with somebody, that is going to create a life with you. It's going to create stability. They're going to create a romance. There's going to be a merger of finances, a merger of souls, of divine love. There's going to be a lot of celebration energy. Maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're moving in together. Maybe you're having a child together. Ooh, it's just a lot of beautiful merging of energies and creation energy. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get another card for you. Let's see what we get. Oh, this one. Hold your center. So holding your center is all about balance. Okay, balancing both of these energies. I feel like your heart center as well as your divine feminine wisdom needs to be balanced in order for you to create the life that you desire. It could also mean that you are trying to balance work and play. It could also mean that you're trying to balance self-care with the care of others. I feel like there's a lot of that going on for you this Gemini season. Also, about balancing the higher mind and the lower mind with the heart space. So balancing rationale with emotions. Okay, that's a huge thing. Okay, so it could be that you are seeking more guidance from your higher self, from the higher realms, in order for you to merge all of your facets, all of your personalities into one wholeness. Okay, and looking at this is the dove above that represents creator energy. This represents your higher self, and then this is you in the physical realm, right? And then there's a garden all around you. So there's a lot of feminine energy, creative energy that is growing, that's sprouting, that is really making things beautiful for your life. And then, so this is the theme for you for this Gemini season is to hold that space for yourself, to be centered, to have that heart energy. Help with this in order for you to create the life that you desire. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your season. Bye bye. All right, if you chose this beautiful peach moonstone, here is your reading for Gemini season. So let me go ahead and move that out of the way. Let's go ahead and shuffle. All right. Oh, 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 oh. All right, this is the theme, travel. And then we got a secondary card, and that's flowers. All right, so let's focus on travel first, and then we'll talk about the secondary card, okay? So travel is all about preparation. It's about expanding your mind. It's not just physical travel. It is spiritual travel, emotional travel. It is about opening different areas of your mind, as well as integrating knowledge from other people. So when you travel, you go to different countries, right? And then you learn about the culture, you learn about the wisdom that, as well as the ancient things that happened in that country that makes you put things into perspective, as well as with how it actually applies to your current lifestyle, right? As well as your present life at this time. It could be that you're traveling because you're learning about your past life. So it's looking at spirituality. There is past lifetimes that you have to tap into this Gemini season. It seems like there is a lot of integration that has to be done, especially with your soul shards. Soul shards are aspects of you that exist in time and space, as well as in different dimensions. And so you're being asked to do that work. You're being asked to integrate that wisdom that you learned from different past lifetimes, as well as your existence in different dimensions of reality. Okay. Another thing about this, your life purpose involving travel, is about you going around the world and being a guide for those who need this type of work, being a healer, being a reader, being a psychic, a medium, whatever it is that you label yourself, or even a business person that can help people really, get back to center, as well as get more, I would say, assistance when it comes to like finances, things like that. Whatever it is that you're here to call to do, and to ultimately help your community, that is what you're going to be doing. So there's going to be a lot of work that has to be done when you are going to different locations. It could be that you are an online influencer, and then you are able to travel through the internet across the globe, right? You're able to really expand your information to other peoples across the globe. And also, travel doesn't just mean physically going there. It also means interacting with other people online who are from different countries, who are from different backgrounds, and integrating the wisdom that they have, as well as you giving your wisdom to them as in the form of like advice or some type of like teaching mechanism. Okay, so let's look at flowers. Working with flowers, and it opens the heart center. So this is kind of like medicine right here, natural medicines, remedies, things like that. It feels like there is a lot to do with just being sure that you are taking the time and learning about the natural world. It could be that this has a lot to do with this, okay? It could be that you are a healer, and then you are growing your own medicines, your own healing herbs in your garden, and you're teaching other people how to do the same thing. It could be that this is the wisdom that you're spreading, okay? So just like you are spreading the seeds in your garden so that they could grow and bloom and be used to fortify, as well as to heal yourself in so many ways, you can do that for people around the world. So it could be that you are learning botany. It could be that you're learning, I would say, healing herb medicinal practices when it comes to your own traditions, like looking at your ancestry, maybe going back to the location where your ancestry comes from, maybe checking in with the people from those regions in order for you to learn a little bit more about their plant medicines and incorporate that into your own healing, as well as helping other people do the same. Okay, let's go ahead and pull another card. All right. And then we have let go. All right. So this is about letting go of the past. Anything that doesn't help you resolve your current issues that you keep revisiting over and over again. So looking at anything that limited you, anything that made you feel less than, anything that made you feel like there's no way that you could do this work, right? Anything that was negative that was trying to stop you from moving forward with your life and being successful. It could be people, it could be belief systems, it could be the way that you talk to yourself, so negative self-talk. Again, everything that we've learned as kids usually came from somebody that we had interactions with. It could be that we had an adult that influenced us negatively or made us be in fear because they themselves were in fear and they themselves felt negative about their life and how it turned out, right? So this is what we have to do in order for us to get this success, this amount of success and this amount of healing work done. We have to start at the core here. Anything that makes us feel that we are not good enough, anything that brings doubt into our minds has to be let go of, has to be healed and moved so that we can move forward into this life, okay? So influencing other people to do the right thing as well as to self-heal is the whole goal here, right? And the wisdom that you're gaining from your ancestry and the plant medicine and the nature spirits can only be succeeded or can only be successful if we believe in ourselves. So in order for us to believe in ourselves, we have to do the work, right? We got to heal the past in order for us to move forward with the future, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, if you chose this pile, this is your reading for Gemini season. Let's see what we get. See the first card. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, this one right here. Ooh, we have Star Brothers. So it's going to be Horus energy. Horus energy is the divine masculine energy. This is about stability. This is about refining what it is that you want to create in your life. Also, it's about, I would say, transmuting strength and perseverance into your life. So it could be that you were going through some challenges. It could be that you have had some difficulty financially, or it could also mean that you've had difficulty with your stability. So it can be relationships, it could be your finances, it could be your household, it could be a number of things have kept you up at night. Okay, so this is definitely showing you that things are going to get better. All right. Trust the process. You are protected. You are safe. And then also you are able to overcome any obstacle if you put your mind to it. Okay. All you got to do is just focus, positive energy, and also focus on your goals and meeting those goals. Yes, there are some goals that might have fallen away. Yes, you might have had some self-doubt that you had to deal with because of those loss of those goals, but it wasn't really a loss. It was more like a change in direction. So you had to go through these things, these losses, in order for you to change your mindset as well as to make a better, more stable plan for your goals and to be more consistent with them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another card out. Oh, okay. And then we got deep cellular healing. So this is all about really healing within. Okay, it's not just emotional healing, is physical healing. It could be that you have struggled with your energy, have struggled with motivation, have struggled with your mental health. It could be that you've been suffering through a disease or an illness because of the stress levels that you were going through, because of the instability that you were finding yourself surrounded by. Okay, it could be a number of things. So it's time for you to take some time during Gemini season to heal these aspects of yourself, to do some deep physical healing as well. Okay, because cellular healing is physical healing, as well as emotional. So this is a lot of stemming from this instability, this feeling that you were not supported, or the feeling that you had to take everything on yourself, and you had no help from other people. So this is all Gemini season that you're going to find yourself really taking things slow, really being more meticulous with your planning as well as your goal getting, as well as taking care of your physical body. Because in order for you to do all of the things that you want to do in life, you have to feel great about yourself. You have to feel physically fit, and you have to have that energy all right, come in to do the things that you have to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another card. Let's see what else we're going to focus on Gemini season. All right. Oh, okay. So we have the loosen your grip. So this is about letting things go. So again, if your plans didn't work out the way that you wanted them to, if something made you veer off the path in your mind, right? It's okay to let it go, because again, one door closes, a window opens. Okay. God always has a way of diverting us into the right path. All right. It could be that the challenges were making you feel like, oh my God, there's no way I could walk through this muddy road. So therefore there was a light that shone on you and they gave you a different path to walk. Okay. It's still going to be the same goals, but again, like I said, it's going to be refining them, and it's going to be really allowing yourself to let that stuff go. If it's financial stuff, like where you're like, oh my God, I can't let go of this job. I really need this job, but it's toxic. That's where you're looking at where you have to let it go. It's like, you got to find a better way of making money. You got to believe in yourself that you can do this work. Okay. And then addiction, letting go of addiction, anything that keeps you in a lower vibration, such as alcohol, doing too much, I would say self-medication, can also deter you from your goals. Okay, can make things even more difficult between you and your family members, the loved ones, or even anybody that you are affiliated with that you care about, right? Whenever somebody is addicted, it makes it more difficult for them to have the energy to, as well as the health, to move forward with their life and go for their goals. It also does not help their brain think of ideas as well as incorporate and integrate any higher vibrational energy. So it is very important for you to really think things through and really change your health as well as your mindset towards yourself and towards what you can achieve, and healing, deep healing. That's where we're seeing this. A lot of this addiction energy is needing to be healed. Okay, whatever happened in the past, you got to really revisit that in order for you to let things go as well. Okay. So if it's any type of shadow work that you have to do, Gemini season will be perfect for that, because Gemini season is about looking at the bigger picture as well and really seeing things for what they are. Okay. Not necessarily holding on to things, but also, or holding on to your story, but really seeing how in the past you did hold on to that stuff that made you feel like you were less of, that you weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing, that you weren't better than anybody else. It's that negative self-talk that needs to be let go as well. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys for Gemini season. Thank you so much for watching.